Hey guys, just want to take a quick look at another RC I picked up a while back. This is the Team Associated Apex Mini 1/18 scale RC on-road car. They have like usually two of them going, like two different bodies you could get, or same body, two different colors of body you could get. I guess it's a random thing. This is the yellow one. There was a blue one. Prior to that, there was like a silver or like a dark gray and blue one. Something like that. I can't remember the other colors. I got this because I originally got a Trax Rally 1/18 scale for my son, and I was hoping to get one for myself to kind of, play around with him whenever we went out and played with him. And I figured, I'll go with the Associated because, I've got a couple Associateds from back in the day, and they've always had a good reputation. So I was trying to look for something, and there was a group of guys from Canada, Scale RC Garage, I think it's called. You guys are awesome. They actually had a quick video on this car. They actually raced these in their basement, which was really cool. They had a track set up and everything. So I was like, all right, cool, I'll check it out. So I picked it up for about $140, about $140, I want to say, maybe a little less. It's a really cool kit, and this is a hobby grade kit as well. So there's a lot of, parts for it you can get through Team Associated's website. Not too much in the way of externals, mainly internal stuff like shocks and mostly replacement stuff. You can it's not like the Trax where you can completely carbon fiber the chassis and replace everything and make it completely race ready. This is more like replacement parts for stuff you may break or whatever like that. They're not too expensive. The shocks were a little bit expensive actually. The one when I bought the car, the shocks were pretty bad. They're supposed to be liquid filled shocks, but one of them was really bad. Like it was just flat, like it it had oil in it, but I don't know, something was wrong with the spring or something. It just collapsed. So we got a set of replacements, and they were like $40, which was pretty high in my book, like for shocks for this kind of car. And I know smaller parts equal more money, whatever, but the Trax Rally cars are a bit cheaper to replace parts for or get oil-filled shocks for. But anyway, it's based on their Apex line, so it's real basic. It doesn't have turnbuckles. It has, just bars, things like that. It actually has one of my least favorite features is the wheels. Actually have a very unique little hex screw there, or like a nut that comes out, but it's not compatible with anything else. Like you can only get the Team Associated replacement wheels for this car. You can't get anything else, and I don't think they make different color wheels. It's all pretty much the blacked out wheels. I mean, I could paint them if I wanted to, but I kind of I was kind of hoping to get some different wheels. They come with street tires, which have a tread. These have a tread, unlike the Rally where it's like bald. These actually have a street tread, which is kind of cool. I actually like that. This kit, it comes pre-built, so it's ready to run. Came with ball bearings throughout the whole kit. Full metal differentials with ball bearings. Matter of fact, when the Trax Rally came out, people were actually buying these differentials and dropping them into the Trax Rally because the original Rallies had, plastic gears. Well, they still do primarily, but you can get metal ones now for it. But yeah, they were dropping these in there, so it's pretty cool. Body, it's pretty cool. It's a Skyline, copy of a Skyline. It's not licensed, but it's pretty cool. Black and yellow. I took some of the stickers off because it was just gaudy. There was just a ton of stickers on this thing. The spoiler is just a piece of Lexan It looks like carbon fiber. It's just bolted on. I don't really like the spoiler, but it's, you know, it is what it is. It's a printed color, so it's not sprayed, it's just printed. And then the rest are all stickers. Comes with a 2.4 gig radio. Now this is actually a pretty cool radio. I don't know if this is their top-notch radio or not, but it has steering trim, throttle trim, throw, a bunch of different adjustments, which is really cool for a 1/18 scale car. But you know, it's Team Associated, they always go full on, so it's, you know, it's pretty cool. Not something you would need, and I find myself adjusting the steering trim a lot on this car because it, like, I'll show you why in a second, but it's cool that they have it, otherwise you'd be really frustrated with this car. So same, you know, pretty good trigger, hard foam grip, simple wheel design. The spring return is it's okay. It's a little loose. It's not terrible. It's not very heavy as far as radios go. So here's the car. It's got a little 380 brushed motor. It's got a pretty cool little ESC in there. You can see with the heat fins, and a little covered receiver and servo. There's the receiver there on the top deck, and there's a servo. So this is like a plastic chassis. I don't like that the motor's exposed. I don't know why, but for some reason I never liked that on cars. You get a lot of stuff in there, a lot of shit, and, you know, gunk up whatever's going on. And I know people, oh, it's not that bad, but it also has an exposed gear, you know, pinion gear, which again, I'm not a fan of that. I'm like, just cover it up, man, because, you know, all it takes is a couple little rocks to do a lot of damage, you know, and then you're replacing shit. Now, granted, it is a street car, so you really shouldn't be, but, you know, there's a lot of debris on the street. It's actually got the body supports. It's kind of cool, you know, so you can put the body down and you can actually adjust it to get your ride height, which I did drop it down because it initially came at the very top, so the body was sitting way off the ground. It just didn't look right, so I swapped it out, and these are the replacement shocks. Like I said, they're liquid filled. They're pretty cool. They're stiff, which, you know, they should be. And you can see there's no turnbuckles. There's just these bars. You know, this is pretty basic for an RC. If it's a lipo, which I had recently gotten for all my 1/18 scale RCs, because those nickel metal hydrates just don't cut it. It is pretty fast compared to the Rally. One of my complaints is it doesn't have a bumper in front. It's just got that plate. Now, I have a RC10T, and it's the same way. It's got that little plate in front, kind of, you know, just because it's a racing truck. But this is, you know, it actually lines up with the wheels almost. It's almost flush. It's not, it sticks out a little bit, but as soon as you hit something, this is plastic, man. It's going to give. These wheels are going to lose it. So the biggest thing with the steering is, I don't know if you can see that, there's just a lot of like slop in the wheels. It's not adjustable. You can't tighten it or loosen it because there's no turnbuckles. I could probably buy turnbuckles for this. I don't know. I may, if I don't use it enough, and it's not like race. It's not something I do like professional racing or anything. It's just playing around every once in a while. So it's not justifiable for me to go out and buy turnbuckles for it just yet. It doesn't affect it that bad. You know, if I were to race this thing, then yeah, I would be changing out a lot of stuff. All in all, not a bad car. Pretty fast. geared more towards the hobbyist than kids per se. It's not really like a kid-friendly car. Like I said, there's no bumpers, no protection for any of the parts, so you really have to be like driving this well. Also, another complaint, there's no wheels. Like I said, I can't get aftermarket wheels for this car. It's the same thing with the Rally. The Latrax Rally has a weird hex screw in there that only fits that car, those wheels, you know. So it's like you have to buy the Latrax Rally wheels. Now, fortunately, they make, you know, chrome plated, you know, metallic red, metallic blue, metallic black, and white wheels for the Rally. So you've got a good selection of wheels. You know, you could buy like 4 sets of wheels and, you know, pop them on your car on and off whenever you want. The tires are all bald, so it doesn't matter. I wish they made street tires for it, but it don't. It is what it is. But this one, like I said, as far as I know, and I haven't checked recently, so forgive me if I make a mistake or correct me if I'm wrong, no one makes wheels for this car. So it kind of sucks. I'd like to get some. I don't like black on black wheels. I don't know what the fascination with that shit is. I just don't like it. I don't like black on black. It just tears away from the car's look altogether. Like I'm one of those. I like the trim, maybe to be the color of the car, or a chrome trim around the wheel if you're gonna have a black wheel, or just a different color wheel, white, you know, silver, brushed silver, or chrome. Not even chrome. I don't even care for chrome, but I like the brushed silver look. You know, old school Craigers type stuff. But you know, all in all, for the price, it's not a bad kit. It's actually pretty cool. I've ran it a couple times, like I said. You know, it's got this hole because these bodies were made back when it was the older radios, the megahertz radios. So it had an antenna originally. I wish they had to change that so that you could get, you know, I mean, you wouldn't have that big old hole up there, you know. But it is what it is. You know, it's cool. It's just for tooling around, like I said, keeping up with my son and his Rally. So all in all, pretty cool purchase. Not too bad. I would probably, you know, honest opinion, given what I know about them now, I probably wouldn't have gotten this car. I probably would have went with another Rally, only because they seem to be tougher, like out of the box. Like they just seem to be more able to take abuse. They're waterproof right out the box. This one says water resistant. I don't know. I haven't ran it in water. I don't want to try. But the Rally, you know, it's water. It's got Traxxas supporting its electronics, so you know it's waterproof. It's good to go. Knowing that, like I said, I would have gotten another Rally instead of this one. This is cool. I really like the body. I would have liked it if they had other body options, and I think there was like a Subaru one at one point, and I looked it up, but it was so expensive. I was like, that's not worth it for a Lexan body for a 1/18 scale car. You know, no, it's not personal. Everybody, you know, whatever's got their opinions. I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it was a Lancer or an Evo, sorry, it'd be even better. I like Skylines. I like Evos even more. Whatever, it is what it is. The lack of body options, the lack of wheel options, the lack of a bumper puts this in a different class of cars. More like I said, you're going to be doing 1/18 scale mini racing at tracks and stuff like that with all the tuning and stuff you could do with the radio. That's what that's for. Not for necessarily just chilling around the house, running around playgrounds and stuff. You know, things like that. I'm going to use it for that, but that's not, it doesn't look like that's what they made the car for. So, like I said, if you're just looking to tool around and play and have fun, I would go with the Latrax Rally. You know, it's just made more for that, you know, than these are. You know, you got to upgrade the Rally a little bit, but you know, if you're into RCs, you know as well as I do, very rarely do you get something like this and leave it stock, unless it's like a vintage Tamiya, or, you know, Kyosho, or one of those old vintage cars you just want to make out of the box stock. But generally, they get upgraded immediately. As soon as you get it, people are tearing apart and doing stuff to them, you know. But yeah, I would have gone with the Rally. Plus, it's like, you know, $30 cheaper, and not that makes that much of a difference, but The Rally just offers more for just playing around and goofing around. This is a bit more serious of a car. Very cool, and I've seen some with light kits, really cool, but not as valued for just playing around, for me anyway. But that's my thoughts on the Team Associated Apex 1/18 scale Apex Mini. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Thanks for watching.